Anyway, hello everybody. I'm going to try to sum everything up for you, Niraj, from where I was, when I was, and where I am now, and why. Um, I spent 25 years in the same company. I was a supervisor, I was a manager, I was a project manager. Every job you could think. I traveled around the world for my company, and we sold technology, and I helped start up plants, and we made copper foil for circuit boards. I did that until 2004. 2004, I went online and I saw that people were supposedly making money on the internet. So I said, well, that sounds like a good idea. It's internet, so it's global. I'm gonna do it. Needless to say, it's not what people tell you it is. It's very, very difficult to market. There's different types of marketing, but I got in, couldn't tell you the first business I was in. They tell you, build a list, do this, do that, you do it. And you find out very quickly that if you don't know how to market personally, you will not, you will not make it. It's that simple. Gurus tell you, follow me, read this book, go to this movie, and all of that is just not true. The numbers don't lie. They say 97% of the people fail. It's higher than that because 1.5% probably lie. Okay. So it took me a long time because it was an old dog learning new tricks. So I started marketing. I didn't have a big budget. Okay. We're not talking Onpassive budget here. Okay. And I learned how to market. I did stuff on every social media you could think of. And what happens is while you're doing that, every time you learn something, you find out there's something else you didn't know that you didn't know. And every time you're learning, it costs you more money. It's that simple. Um, in about 10 years ago, I met up with Dan, Straight Mike Ellis, and we kind of formed a team. And together, we complemented each other because some people knew something I didn't know. I'm not the best writer, and Dan Street's a perfect writer. Mike turned into a video guy. Anyway, we struggled, and I got to the point where I could market. It was it wasn't easy. Then I started advertising on Facebook. It's called lead ad generation. It's a moving target. What may work in 2015 doesn't work today. Certain words you can say and can't say. To set up a system for whatever company, it would take me 2 months, probably, to get the leads that I want, targeted, manually targeted leads, big difference, and to get a site that on Facebook would accept, to get an ad that Facebook would accept, and then to get an ad that people would click on and buy. You're dealing with many different things. And from there, you need an autoresponder, which I used Aweber. Aweber was costing us as much as $1,000 a month to store names, to store emails. So there's one cost. We built our own pages because I wanted to brand us, and went to ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels got up to about $300, $400 a month because you're asking for their help. So I learned how to do a little bit of coding to try to save money. Then once you get an ad going, you're starting to raise thousands of dollars. So even at the point we started making money, a lot of them went back into marketing because you have to pay money to make money. That went on for a few years. Then the big problem came for me and for Mike and for Dan. And I think you're going to hear it from any marketer if they care. We got to the point where we built fairly large teams, thousands in some cases. The problem came is when we couldn't bring anybody with us. And why that is I'm meeting me 10 years earlier. I'm meeting the person that knows nothing. So I say, build a list and all that. I start telling them the same lie that was told to me, and it didn't feel good. I really wanted to bring them with me. So I would try to build a small system for them. Oh, so they use it. And the problem is they might go to Facebook ad and change one word, a little bit of a hypey word, okay? And when that happens, Facebook shuts down their ad. Well, I was admin of their Facebook, so I could help them. And I told them, don't touch it. Well, they did. Some people did. And they got shut down. And because I was admin, my account got shut down. An account that I worked on for years. So it's very costly. And I said, oh my gosh. So, and when I did make a system, it was, we're not talking about a system the size of Onpassive, my God, but enough to where they could succeed a little bit. What happened there was the ones that did it was about 1%. No one else did it. So you're like, you want to help them. You tell them you want to help them, but you really can't. So you feel like you're lying. So 3 years ago, February 28th, a couple days ago, I ran into Red Redford and Peter Rogers. I knew them. I trusted them. Okay, that's another big deal online. Don't get me started on that. But I trusted them. So I said, what are you doing? They said, Onpassive. I said, what is that? They said, that's a company. I said, okay, let me ask you a few questions. Very simple. The bar is very low, right? I'm not looking for miracles. I said, can anybody do this? Yes. Is there an auto ship? No. What's the limit? None. You can make whatever, unlimited. Oh my gosh. So right now, I don't even know what it's about, but I'm already getting ready. Okay, then I said, how much is it? And I'm waiting for this $10,000, $20,000, whatever. And he said 97. I said, how much? $97. Yeah. Boom, I signed up. Now, normally that doesn't happen, right? It doesn't normally happen. And then I thought, so I signed up. I went back to Mike and Dan's. I don't know what I told them. I think they signed up just so I would shut up. You know what I mean? So we got signed up. But my main idea then was I want to meet the owner. And I went back to Red and I said, I'd like to meet this Ash Mufara guy. And they laughed and said, good luck, you know, because he's busy. So I went back to Mike and Dan. I said, well, if it's 1/10 of what we think it is, it's going to be massive. Now, at that time, it was still just a marketing platform. Okay. So I said, if we build it fast, kind of fast, he will notice us and he'll come to us. And he did. Like 4 months later, he called, typical Ash. This is Ash, I am your friend. Okay. And we talked for a little bit, got off the phone, and I thought, whoa, that is a crazy guy. Crazy good, but I thought, whoa, he's not like anybody else. So we kept pushing it really hard. I mean, we brought it because, and I'm going to get into why now. Everybody's going to succeed in Onpassive. How much? I don't know, but guaranteed success. How much? How much money? I don't know. How fast? I don't know. We shouldn't tell people that, but you will succeed. If you're in, you win. It's simple. So, and to go back to something else, so I don't run my story too long, why would other marketers come in? They're going to save thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a month. And let me tell you something. If I had Onpassive years ago, not that I'm money hungry, but I would be wealthy person, would not have to worry about anything because the tools will set you free. Now, a lot of people look at them and say, oh, I'll never use that. I'll never use that. I look at the tools and say, I have a harder time looking at what I won't use because I want to leverage everything. O-Creat, where I can make my own pages, make my own banners, do our own videos, follow up. The company's going to follow up. It is a masterpiece for a marketer, masterpiece. Now, are marketers going to come in before money comes in? No. More than likely, no. In fact, we have big marketers on our team now that have done nothing. Nothing. They're just waiting for one apple to fall, and then it's lights out. That's how marketers, the ones I've met, that's how they think. But I do believe in the next year after launch, we will have thousands and thousands and thousands of marketers because it's instant success. Let me tell you about marketing that the problem is. This thing about residual income, most marketers, unless your name is Tony Robbins, okay? If you stop marketing, eventually you die. I don't care how big your team is. If you stop, eventually people quit. Why? Because the oldest guy's not making any money. And as you move up, even the guys in the middle that are making money, eventually they won't because the people under them are quitting. A good marketer today is really somebody that can dig faster than the dirt falls in the hole. And to me, that's not marketing. I wanted the true residual income. I believe work it as hard as you can once, and then if it's done right, you succeed. But no company in the world was designed for what they're bragging about. Most companies don't care. If they got 2% of the people pushing the whole company, they're happy. If they can run 6-7 months, they're happy. They made millions of dollars maybe. They shut down, they repackage it, they put a bow on it and send it out again as a new name. The same 2 or 3% join them, and everybody follows those 3% like sheep. With Onpassive, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your knowledge is. You don't need to know. I love Onpassive because I have an idea and it'll be fun for me because I know I could use all these tools. But I think people are coming by the thousands because they're going to see what some people don't see. It's because that's who they are. But the nice thing is, and I tell people this, all your life online, you sit in an audience and you watch 3 or 4 people walk across stage with a big check and how much money they made. Someday you can sit in the audience and say, see that guy? Yeah, he's in my downline. That's powerful. And that could happen. That will happen to a lot of people. And hopefully I said everything in about 20 minutes. Anyway, that's all I got unless you got any questions.